What's up guys? So today I thought I would show you guys the updated, iPhone vlogging accessory video. Since the last time I did this video, it wasn't the best video. It was good quality and it showed you guys pretty well how to do things, but there were a couple questions that I need to show in here in this video and explain to you guys a little bit. And I also want to show you guys the actual footage from this. Again, I just want to remind you guys that it's going to be the phone. It's going to vary by phone. I'm using the Samsung Galaxy S6. And yes, I may put iPhone in this title as well. It's okay. I'm just doing that to get more views. At least I'm being honest with you guys. A little YouTuber's got to do what he's got to do, right? So I just want to remind you guys it'll work the same way. The only exception will be on this phone. The microphone's up here, right up top there. But on the iPhone there are some. I think there's one in the front up here. But it's still okay because the shotgun microphones that I will recommend in this video will work the same way on both. But, the iPhone quality microphone by itself might already be a little bit better. But I'm always going to recommend getting a shotgun microphone because that helps you with directional audio. And it just helps all around to make it a much more enjoyable experience. And it helps to keep from picking up a lot of background noise. So this is the microphone and iPhone vlogging setup that I had from my last video. It's the exact same thing. I have the Takstar SGC 598 microphone. It's a very well recommended microphone and it's only about $30. So for the price, it's probably one of the best shotgun microphones you can get. As well as I had this little jerry-rigged iPhone holder with a cold shoe mount up on top. Basically what this does is it allows you to hold your phone up into on the tripod and pick up audio and throw a microphone up top here so it can pick up shotgun microphone audio quality, which is very, very big. Now, if you don't want to get one of these with this on it, you could always pick up the the Rode VideoMic Me, which is basically just a microphone that plugs into here instead of plugging into here as well, but through an adapter. And it's a much smaller microphone. It's lightweight, but I mean it's much cheaper as well. It's still about $6, so it's more expensive than this shotgun. It's smaller though, and it's easier to conceal, just with less quality audio. And I forgot to mention, this is the thing I have on my microphone that makes it all work. This is a little Y adapter that goes between microphone and headphone jack. Basically, this allows your phone to recognize what is plugged into it. Otherwise, it'll just look at this as a headphone microphone together, and it doesn't pick it up without it. And actually, I noticed on Amazon, they actually have now started selling these phone adapters with the cold shoe mount on it, and I'll link that down below. When I made my last video, they didn't actually have them for sale, or I couldn't find them very easily, but now I'm going to link them down below so then you guys can pick them up without having to hot glue this to your actual tripod like I had to show you how to do in the last video. And then this is the last thing. This is the tripod I use. This is the Joby Gorilla Pod, I think for smartphones or for point and shoot cameras. It's very good. It's much smaller, so it's a lot easier to carry around and everything. And it works very well because, again, you can curve it around like this. It has this level, so it tells you if it's level or not. And it allows you to, turn your phone any way you want, and then you can also wrap your tripod around things so it can hold your camera wherever you are. And also, guys, I want you guys to make sure whatever mic you are going to use, whatever shotgun mic you are going to use, is able to work on a smartphone. What I did in my last video is I used the Rode VideoMic Pro, which I'm using to record this video right now, which is a great microphone. It's very good for the price, but it doesn't work on the phone because it doesn't have a battery to plug in it to power it. So basically it takes the power out of the phone, and the phone does not have the ability to supply as much power as it needs. So it either goes in and out and it sounds really bad, or it just doesn't work at all, which is not what you want. The birds are going in right now. So any microphone that has a battery that you guys can put into it yourself and you have to supply batteries, it's a little annoying, especially because you have to turn the microphone on and off every time you have to use it, which can sometimes lead you to having some videos without any audio in it, but it's still okay in the long run. And if you guys want to block out the wind, you guys can get one of these wind covers. I have one on my microphone right now. It looks like it's called a dead cat microphone, and basically it can go on your microphone and it helps to block out the audio, but block out the wind noise. But when you're buying one, try and find one that's specialized for your specific microphone, or it may not work perfectly. And I would always recommend starting vlogging with your smartphone because a lot of the cameras, a lot of the phones these days, I mean iPhones above iPhone 5 and any smart Android within the past 2 years are great vlogging cameras. just because the camera quality on them is so good. You know, there are some features that you may not have, but the best part is you're always going to have your phone on you. You know, you can whip it out and start recording absolutely anything. You know, it might not feel the same for some people, but personally I think it's probably the best option for new vloggers. Once you grow and you make money, then you may be able to justify buying a new camera, but until you can justify that price, I wouldn't recommend buying. YouTubers like jumping into things and buying really expensive cameras, which I actually do, and honestly I use the Canon 70D, which is a great camera, but I don't need it. You know, I have 4,000 subscribers, and the quality that would have been on this phone or like a Canon G7X is not completely different. I just like the feeling of using a DSLR, plus I take a lot of pictures, so that helps justify it for me. But I would always recommend starting off with an iPhone and or a smartphone, and make sure you want to vlog, because if you go out and buy an insanely expensive camera and then quit, it's a real waste of money and it's real inconvenience. I'm going to go show you guys some of the video quality specifically from this setup. So that'll be using this microphone, which actually, guys, I wanted to apologize because I'm probably going to use my Rode microphone for the thumbnail as well. That's just for views. Don't worry about it. At least I'm being honest with you guys and telling you what the deal is, right? My neighbors are jumping around outside. Good. Okay, so let's, without further ado, let's jump into the sample footage of everything. Try to remember that the audio is what you guys really care about right now. The phone quality really doesn't matter that much. Obviously, it could show some things to some people, but I'm going to show you guys some clips with the microphone and without the microphone. Okay guys, now here is the test of the shotgun microphone. I just wanted to let you guys know, I know this microphone has a little bit of white noise, which you guys are going to be hearing right now, which is basically just a little bit of crackling and everything. But one thing, what I want you guys to look for when I do the test of without the smartphone, without the microphone, and with it, it allows you to talk really quietly and still have this microphone pick it up. But having just the smartphone, it won't pick it up as easily. And I'm just walking around so you guys get a good taste of a lot of different backgrounds and everything, and how it would look in different atmospheres. And outside is probably the most accurate place because that's where most people vlog and everything. Just keep in mind that it's not necessarily for, you know, for picking up, you know, when you're yelling or something. It helps a lot when you're whispering or when you talk quieter. One thing I noticed when vlogging, it's a lot better to yell and be more excited, but this shotgun microphone allows you to talk a lot quieter and still pick up a lot of the audio. But yeah, I just want to remind you guys about the white noise that can be an issue on this microphone. That's this microphone, and specifically, that's the issues that I have been having. Look up reviews of different shotgun microphones to find out other choices on other things. Sennheiser has a lot of good options for microphones. I thought like a squirrel was in there or something. But yeah, so Sennheiser has a lot of good options, so does Rode, but a lot of the Rode video mics are powered off the camera, which don't work on smartphones. So make sure it's specifically compatible with your smartphone and you're all good. And the VideoMic Me would be a very good option for you guys to check out. It basically just plugs in straight into your headphone jack. You don't have to worry about anything. But the people with the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus, it doesn't work with, because then you have to have the dongle, and then it's just hanging all over the place, and then it doesn't work very well. So that's when I would more recommend, you know, one of these, or a stationary shotgun microphone that you can put on top of the headphone on the smartphone to tripod mount. But here's the test of the shotgun microphone. This year has been very stressful, and I really don't like school right now. Now this is not using the microphone. This year is getting really stressful, and I hate school right now. Alright guys, so I just showed you guys the two examples from with the microphone and without the microphone, but I just wanted to let you guys know that the phone was out of focus. Now, this was my mistake completely, but I was gonna go and fix it and do it again. But then I realized, you know, this could be a good time to tell you guys and explain to you guys the issues with, you know, vlogging with a smartphone. And the main issue is basically you can't see yourself. So that's why I would recommend trying out using the front-facing camera. A lot of people would say not to do this because the quality is a lot different and definitely not as good as using the rear-facing camera. But it just gives you so much more opportunity, you know, to check your framing and check the focus. And it's really big in vlogging, because when you're talking to camera and you're out of focus, it just kind of doesn't look entertaining and people aren't going to like it nearly as much. That's why I left it in. I wanted to remind you guys that, you know, maybe I had a setting wrong or something, and if I saw myself, I would have been able to fix that. But since I didn't see myself, I had no way of knowing that I was out of focus until I looked back at the footage. And that could really ruin, you know, a certain clip or something when you get a really good, really entertaining when something really entertaining happens. And if you miss it, you know, it could ruin the entire vlog if that's like what you wanted to make. So I just want to let you know, guys, if you guys are vlogging with an iPhone 7 and a 7 Plus and you guys are worried about the dongle and how it would work, The dongle works fine if you just connect it to the Y adapter. It'll just make the wire a little bit longer, but the wire's still kind of long to begin with, so it's not a big deal that it's a little bit longer. The most important thing I would say is look into the microphone that you guys are interested in. Look up best shotgun microphones for the price, best shotgun microphones without having to use editing, and things like that. I will leave a good cheap one and a good really expensive one down below just to help and give you guys, push you guys to a certain thing, or give you guys a little bit of a start into looking into what microphones you're going to get. But before I say jump into everything, and before you guys buy everything that I recommend, test out vlogging. Make sure you guys really want to do it, because I know a lot of people have started and not really gone through with it, and I'm a perfect example of that. I started vlogging, then I stopped, I started doing sit-down videos, then I started vlogging again. So I would just make sure you guys are really into it and really interested in what you're doing, and then you guys should be all good. Okay, hopefully I got a good thumbnail. Oh, I didn't outro. Well, there's no microphone on this, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. I don't do that anymore. Peace.